Picture this: a vast empire spanning across West Africa. Its ruler so wealthy he crashed the global gold market during a pilgrimage. Imagine towering stone structures rising from the African savanna, rivaling the engineering marvels of ancient Egypt, from the gold-rich Mali Empire to the mysterious stone cities of Great Zimbabwe. These African civilizations were powerhouses of trade, culture, and innovation. Yet their legacies have been overshadowed by Eurocentric history, leaving us with an incomplete picture of our global past. This city housed vast libraries and universities, attracting scholars from across Africa and the Middle East. The manuscripts preserved in Timbuktu reveal a rich intellectual tradition that challenges our assumptions about medieval Africa. Its wealth came from cattle herding and the gold trade, with artifacts found at the site suggesting connections as far as China. The Zimbabwe bird, carved from soapstone and found in the ruins, remains a powerful symbol of Zimbabwean identity today. The largest of these monoliths stands 79 feet tall and weighs 520 tons, a testament to Aksumite engineering prowess. These stelae mark the tombs of Aksumite royalty and elites, their intricate carvings hinting at a sophisticated artistic tradition. Envision a powerful Christian kingdom flourishing in the Horn of Africa, centuries before Europe's Renaissance. This early Christian empire predated the conversion of much of Europe. At its height in the 4th century CE, Aksum was considered one of the 4 great powers of the ancient world, alongside Persia, Rome, and China. From the intricate bronzes of Benin to the rock-hewn churches of Lalibela in Ethiopia, African artisans and architects created works that still inspire awe today. In the realm of governance, many African states developed sophisticated political systems long before contact with Europe. It was a major player in the trade networks of the ancient world, connecting Africa with the Mediterranean, the Middle East, and even India. The answer lies in the long shadow cast by colonialism and the persistence of Eurocentric historical narratives. African and diaspora scholars are challenging these narratives, uncovering forgotten histories and reinterpreting known facts. Archaeological discoveries continue to reveal new information about Africa's past, while the digitization of ancient manuscripts is opening up new avenues for research. Aksumite coins have been found as far away as southern India, revealing the extent of their commercial reach. It's a complex tapestry of interconnected cultures and civilizations, each contributing to the global story in its own unique way. This narrative conveniently ignored the complex societies and rich cultural traditions that had flourished for millennia. They remind us of the power of cross-cultural exchange, the importance of challenging received wisdom, and the danger of underestimating the contributions of any part of the world. We see that Africa was not a passive recipient of outside influences, but a dynamic force that shaped world events. Remember Mali, Great Zimbabwe, and Aksum. Remember that Africa's empires once ruled the world and that their legacy continues to shape our world today. We recognize that concepts like civilization and progress are not the exclusive domain of any one culture or region. It also served to justify the colonial project, presenting European rule as a civilizing mission rather than an exploitative enterprise. These aren't fantasies. They're the forgotten empires of Africa that shaped world history. But why don't we know their stories? Recent studies using satellite technology have revealed the extent of lost cities and trade networks in West Africa, suggesting that the region was far more urbanized and interconnected than previously thought. The focus remained on Egypt, often presented as somehow separate from the rest of Africa on the more recent history of European colonization. Before colonialism rewrote the narrative, Africa's empires ruled the world. Rising from the plains of southern Africa, this ancient city-state was a marvel of stone architecture, challenging fundamental assumptions about world history and the development of human civilization. They were connected by vast trade networks that crisscrossed the continent, exchanging not just goods but ideas and technologies. Its most impressive structure, the Great Enclosure, used over 900,000 stone blocks, all without mortar. The trans-Saharan trade routes were particularly crucial, connecting West Africa with North Africa and, by extension, the Mediterranean world. Ideas, technologies, and cultural practices spread along with the caravans. Islam, for example, spread peacefully across much of West Africa through these trade networks, leading to the emergence of great centers of Islamic learning like Timbuktu. For centuries, European explorers refused to believe Africans could have built such an impressive complex, attributing it to everyone from the Phoenicians to King Solomon. Let's start with the Mali Empire, home to perhaps the wealthiest man who ever lived, Mansa Musa. In the 14th century, this West African emperor controlled more than half of the world's gold supply. His legendary pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 was so lavish, it caused an economic crisis in Egypt and the Middle East. Mansa Musa's generosity was unprecedented. He gave away so much gold that it took Cairo's economy over a decade to recover from the inflation. But Mali wasn't just about gold. It was a center of Islamic learning, with Timbuktu as its crown jewel. Now, let's journey south to Great Zimbabwe. The Great Zimbabwe was undoubtedly African, the capital of a powerful trading empire that flourished between the 11th and 15th centuries. Shifting our gaze to the Horn of Africa, we encounter the Kingdom of Axum. Axum's most visible legacy is its towering obelisks, or stelae. But Axum's influence extended far beyond its monuments. These empires, Mali, Great Zimbabwe, and Axum, were just a few of the many powerful states that flourished in pre-colonial Africa. Gold from West Africa, salt from the Sahara, ivory from the forest, these commodities fueled a complex economy that linked distant regions. But it wasn't just material goods that traveled these routes. The cultural achievements of these African empires were remarkable. So why don't these empires feature more prominently in our understanding of world history? For centuries, European writers and historians portrayed Africa as a dark continent without history or civilization. Even after independence, these distorted views of African history persisted in textbooks and popular culture. But this is changing. Satellite imagery is also playing a crucial role in this historical reassessment. As we uncover more about Africa's forgotten empires, we're not just filling gaps in our historical knowledge. The story of Africa's empires reminds us that history is not a simple march of progress from east to west. By reclaiming these forgotten histories, we gain a more nuanced understanding of our shared past. As we face global challenges in the 21st century, these lessons from Africa's forgotten empires are more relevant than ever. So the next time you hear about the great empires of history, remember that the story doesn't end with Rome or China.